I'm sure you're already getting ready with your food and ready to eat. But before you go into the chop pot to eat, it's very important that you wash your hand. Today happens to be Global Hand Washing Day, and we want to spend some few minutes on the program to try and talk about why it is necessary to wash your hands on a daily basis. Now, to help me do the discussion, I've been joined by Derek Tata Anku. He is the Environmental Health Analyst at the Ga East Municipal Assembly. Derek, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Great. So let's talk about hand washing. Today has been set apart globally to create the awareness on the importance of hand washing. Was that really necessary, or is this something we need?
Yes, it is. There has been a lot of sanitation interventions. With the incorporation of hand washing, we maximize the benefits of sanitation. Currently, the Gamma project is running in 11 municipalities at the Greater Accra. And studies carried out in the 11 municipalities shows that less than 15% of people practice hand washing. So with the investment of infrastructure, where you create the opportunity for people to have sanitary facilities without the knowledge of hand washing, we are not able to maximize the benefits of the investment. So we believe that the Global Hand Washing Day, which is an annual global advocacy day, is dedicated to increase awareness and also the understanding of the benefits of hand washing with soap, such that it is easy, it's effective, and very affordable.
Okay.
That is the essence of the day. Yes.
Okay. So once you mentioned about the benefits of hand washing, just take us through what are the basic benefits that hand washing will bring to an individual.
Now, if we look at our OPD records, we have a lot of diarrhea diseases. When we talk about diarrhea diseases, they are diseases that we contract from taking in filth. When I say filth, we mean substances that may, one way or the other, contain fecal matter. So it is believed that with regular hand washing, we are able to do away with 60% of these fecal-oral diseases. Example, diarrhea.
Okay.
We can talk about cholera.
Okay.
Yes, these are the diseases. And if we look at the childhood death, you realize that hand washing plays a major role in keeping the children alive. Communities where hand washing is not practiced, they are exposed to most of these diarrhea diseases, and the children are mostly lost during the tender ages.
Okay.
Then secondly, when you talk about a school-going age, anybody who contracts any of these diarrhea diseases reduces the number of hours he spends in school. Then we can also talk about those who lost their lives through these diarrhea diseases. We are all the examples to the case of cholera outbreak in Accra.
Right.
So many people died. We believe that if there's effective hand washing, we will curtail most of these outbreaks.
Okay. Mr. Derek Anku, let me ask you, when you're growing up in the homes, one of the basic things you learn is to wash your hands.
Yes.
So some have advocated or said that, is there really a need to show people how to wash their hands?
Yes. Now, how do we wash our hands? That is one question. Do we do the right thing when we say we are washing our hands? Now, do we use soap to wash our hands? We know when we are going for our meals, we wash our hands. But you realize that we are more conscious of using soap after the meals. Why? We want to get rid of maybe the oil, but that is not the issue. Before we get to our meals, we have gone through all the environment. We've touched car doors, gates to public places, and you cannot tell who else use those places. We could be carrying fecal matter from one place to the other. So it is important that before you eat, before you touch food, anything that you ingest, you must wash your hands so that what we cannot see in the hands will be taken care of. And we talk about hand washing, but we are not consciously doing the right thing. Sometimes we wash without soap. We don't practice the right rudiment of washing hands.
Good.
Yes.
We'll go into that demonstration, but so those who give us the excuse that, well, I eat with a spoon, do I still have to wash my hand?
Yes.
Is it the case that
It is necessary for everybody to wash his hands. There are times unconsciously we find our hands in our mouths. It may not even be your mouth, your hand directly. You could be holding your pen,
right,
and at a point you
the
just unconsciously put it in your mouth.
Okay. Okay.
So it becomes very necessary to make sure that we have our hands devoid of possible bacteria so that we don't contaminate our system.
So once you've shared with us clearly that there's a proper way to wash our hands, can you just do a small demonstration for us so that our viewers will observe and then put into practice the proper way to wash our hands?
It's unfortunate we don't have the tap running. But what we do is this. Before you wash your hand, you make your hand available. You wet the hand with water. After that, you cover it with soap. After covering with soap, you scrub the back, the palm, in between the nails. Okay? After this, you put it under running water for it to be risen. You do this and you see that your hands are thoroughly clean. Now after cleaning, you can just let air dry your hands. In most institutions, these stations are fixed. You go, there's soap hanging. You place your hand under the tap. Yeah. You wet your hand. Then you place it under the soap dish dispenser. You get your soap, you cover your hand, you scrub the back. You do this, the palm, in between the fingers and the nails, and you put it under the running water again, the resin. And in most such stations, we have dryers. You just go and put your hand under and dry your hand.
Great. So take a seat and then let's round up the interview. So clearly you've demonstrated why it's important to wash our hands, and you've gone ahead to show us how to actually wash our hands. Now, today being Global Hand Washing Day, is there any activities your organization has planned for today? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, about 2,000 school children are going to be exposed to hand washing at the Salvation Army School from 9 a.m. There will be shows as to how to wash hands, and there will be films on the benefits of hand washing. This will be followed by some other activities in the various schools. We believe the school health, the SHEC coordinators are going to the schools that are not participating to carry the message to the school children. Now, the reason why we are tackling the school children, is that this year's theme is to make hand washing a habit. The theme is to make hand washing a habit. Now, habits are difficult to acquire. So we believe that if you start with the school children, they will carry this along with them. Also, at the school levels, they are under the supervision of teachers who will make sure that they practice hand washing. This is the program we have.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Derek Anku. And we wish you well in the day today. And when we meet again after some time, I'm sure you have lots of success stories to share with our viewers to help them understand that indeed it is important to wash our hands. Thank you for coming.
Thank you too.
So viewers, thank you for joining us. And once we've learned why it's important to wash our hands, and Mr. Anku has demonstrated how to wash our hands, let's encourage our children to wash our hands. Let's, as adults, set the example for our kids to follow as well.